Okay. Yeah. So good evening. So today I would like to talk about my assignment, final project, which is all about tourism for India, where I belong to. So yeah. So first one is my initiative is called Namaste India, and the motto of that is the better way to enjoy your Indian travel adventure. So first one is locate and prepare data. So the data source which I use, which is all about Indian tourism statistics, and I have used the data set from the Kaggle data, kaggle.com, and so in which I've gathered data on Indian tourism for years 2019 to 2021, focusing on domestic and international tourist trends, and where data source might be included by government tourism department because they don't disclose this kind of thing, so we can't say finalize that it is from government data or travel industry reports. So but it might be include some data set and also used from websites. So my core message is do analyzing the shifts and impacts in Indian tourism and a core comparative study of domestic and international tourist programs like trends. So first one is when it's come to tourism, the transportation is very vital. So here we have three type of transportation because in India, the air like railway is more popular than air and car transportation. That's why I have already add railway transportation. So here, so when it's come to car transportation, there are three type: ride share, taxi, and rental. So we have a lot of company right now, like a lot of startups who are providing rental cars and ride shares. For example, Ola and Uber India. So, and when it's come to air transportation, we have international and domestic flights and the railways because India have the third biggest, like longest railway system in the world. So yeah, railway also play vital role when it's come to the transportation and tourism. So these are of some of my um visualization graphs and all of this stuff. So I would more like to discuss this thing into my Tableau file. So this is my Tableau file. And this first graph is like just basically showing the district according to map inside the map, like these all districts which is covered in this data set. This is Ladakh district, which is quite big one. So yeah, the first one is I made it very simple for people who are not good at visualization. That's why I made the simple graph first one, and we can improve one by one like graph, and the complexity graph also will be improved. The first graph is the sum of foreign people in the year 2021 and 2020. So here Patna, of course, having a lot of people, like Patna literally won by immense margin. Like the margin is around 200,000, 260,000 people, which is quite dominating. Like Patna having 300,000 people in that year, and followed by Raipur and Chennai. So next page is about the comparison between foreign and domestic tourist in year 2020, 2019, 2020. Because I have covered this year because of COVID pandemic. So in early stage, the Taj Mahal, Agra Fort, and Qutub Minar, they won when it's come to foreign people. When, like 6.6 million, zero point 0.4 million, and zero point 0.3 million means 300,000 people. But when it's come to domestic, here Taj Mahal stays the number one. But the second, the silver medal goes to Red Fort. Like Red Fort having 2.2 million people. Like 2.2 million people literally went to Red Fort in that same year, and followed by Qutub Minar with 2 million people. So this is the third graph, and this is basically just those for I made this graph for those who are not good at geography. So these all dots are the yellow dots are depicting the different cities, different monuments which has been covered in this uh, program, the Namaste India. And here this is growth rate, and growth rate in foreign people, foreigners. So the tourism, we can see the in tourism in all of the places, the growth rate has been declined because of, we can say, we have obvious reasons because of COVID pandemic on 2020. But still, I'm surprised that it's not that much declined, because it's almost about 99.48. So it's almost about the same as previous year when it's come to Ajanta Caves and Ancient Palace Leh, and followed by Bawari at Ahambari, which is 99.87. And there are two non-applicable place because either of year they have not this like having that survey about the data set, so that's why it's showing NA. But I literally keep it in the list so we can have the top 10 cities. And these are the some of foreign people, foreign tourists who've been to India, different cities in 2019-2020 year. So here Agra won. Agra won by literally 1.39, staggering people who visited in Agra because of they having the Taj Mahal, and which is very popular in the world, not only in India but in the world. Second one is goes to Delhi because it's capital of India. So, but very next year, very next cycle, the trend has suddenly been changed, and the Patna, like around 300,000 people in Patna, Patna been to, because of COVID pandemic. I can see the drastic drop in average number, like 1.4 million to directly 300K, 0.3 million. But when it's come to domestic cycle, it's stay the normal. Like for Agra, of course, Agra and Delhi, they are top two. But when it's come to third place, and 2019, the Mumbai was third place, like around around zero point 0.4 million people been to Mumbai. But when it's come to very next year, the Chennai has been won live with almost around 1 million people. And this is the growth rate according to monument. So here also we can see the decline is because of that pandemic, but still it's not that bad. And Ellora Caves, Elephanta Caves, they're having the almost same visitor as it was in the previous year. And the third one is the, yeah, so this is very interesting graph. So this graph is all about the more the width of the circle, the more people been to that place. So here Patna, then Raipur, I think, yeah, the Patna and Raipur, and Chennai, Delhi, and Agra. Those places are like in top five places, and there are small also some small dots over here. So these are small places where very less people been to that place, and yeah. So like for example, if we click here, uh, yeah. So we can also get some idea like how many people been to that place, how many people been to this place. Chennai has having 32,000 people. So that's why I would more like to give presentation in Tableau or Power BI instead of giving into the image, because it's showing real time data. Like for example, this is my dashboard. I have made it. So for example, if I want to see especially for Agra, so if I click over here Agra, so it's showing everything like Agra's map, how many foreigner been to Agra in 2020 year, 1 year cycle, and what are the monument inside the Agra like Taj Mahal, Ram Bagh, Mehta Bagh. There are lots of it, and these are the highlighted things. It's all about Agra Fort and the monuments which inside the Agra. Similarly, if I click on the Delhi, so now it's showing the Delhi, and Delhi's how many people been to Delhi, like foreigners, and all Delhi's monuments, and all of them. So yeah, these are my. So now let's get back to the presentation. So yeah, so after having all of this visualization stuff, now we have the conclusion and recommendation. So here my key finding is the growth in, it's there is not growth in like dramas only on domestic people like domestic tourism, but also in international tourism. Most of um, foreigners also would like to be in India and part of to look into different cultures, which I like about that. And but there are still pros and cons. So first, my recommendation when is marketing, and like for those who are the marketing of those different places which has been declining because of very less people been to this place. Like where, for example, there is a place called Rajkot where I belong to the Rajkot, so which is like very quite less popular compared to other people, other cities. So I recently I've seen that the municipality corporation of Rajkot, they have introduced new kind of awareness, or I would say that initiatives for foreigner or touristers, that they are literally giving them discounts and discount on food, hotel staying, and all of them to attract those people and make their economy boost. And the second one is infrastructure boost in high potential regions. Like because of Taj Mahal, Agra's GDP, Agra's economy is boosting because of just only Taj Mahal. Like around 12% of Agra city's uh, economy is depend on the Taj Mahal only itself. So that's quite big number when it's come to a city. And the we have to collaborate for improved tourist safety. As I told you that collaboration is the part, like that municipality corporation which collaborate to other people, and that's why now they're having good amount of attraction from tourists. And the promote sustainable tourism practice, and embrace real-time data insight and adaptability. So yeah, and my closing is by implementing these strategies, India can unlock tourism potential and ensuring economic prosperity. Also enhance experience and global recognize and recognition, because nowadays India getting more popular in international level. So yeah, this is my presentation for the Namaste India initiative, and yep, thank you. Have a wonderful day.